Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
It's just in which direction you want to. You want to start to search the delimiter. That is the forward and back. Okay. Makes sense now. Yeah. So just that you have to do a little bit of research, which one works best depending on the requirement that you are given, right? And typically it is not so complex, right? It is typically. We have not seen anything so complex. Typically you're after a delimiter before. A delimiter works just fine, okay? Sometimes you may have to use between two delimiters. You know what? Let me give you an example. We typically have to use between a two delimiter when right. If it is, let's say, a phone number, right? Phone number. And how do we have your US phone numbers plus one? Or maybe one, let's say 812, 550, 999. This is your phone number, right? Yeah. So class. I want to, or maybe like this. I want to find the area code. Then what will I use? Between two delimiters works great here, right? Between two delimiters works perfect. Now what now? If I want to have, let's say, a credit card, okay, or maybe the SSNN, 10 314 0 84. Just putting some number, right? 0584. This is your SSN number. Okay, this is your SSN number. Now I want the last four characters of this then. Right, last we got it. After this dash, I feel, but what would be the direction? Because, remember, it always searches for the first occurrence. So the direction will be. Alright, direction will be backwards. The moment you go here, you get it, and you go for the last four characters. Okay, credit card. Last four numbers of the credit card information. So there also you might want to use. Yeah, something like this, because if there are space there, I'm saying, yes, you could do that. Okay, so this is phone number, etc. Phone number is the place where we typically use a lot of, because, yeah, phone numbers are the most. Complicated things. People use different formats to enter their phone numbers. And that is where we have to do a lot of string manipulation in worker data. Otherwise, yeah, we do not use that. We don't need to use a lot of substring text. But phone numbers, yes, phone numbers is messy. Because people keep entering. Especially when we are dealing with data from other systems, right? In one single instance, we saw formats like this. Okay, this is one format. And then we saw -550, 999. And then we saw this as well. Okay, and then we saw this. Now imagine the theme phone number. But so many different formats, right? And of course, the most popular one. Okay, so just imagine as an integration consultant. How will we read the phone number? Yeah. How will we read the phone number? And then if we give the wrong phone number, all hell breaks right. The worker comes and says, "Oh, my phone number is not loaded properly," and so on. So we had this particular situation where we had to handle this type of a scenario. This was bad. It was really, really bad. What do you do for my bad person or particular eye? What we did was, thankfully it was a studio studio integration. We did not have to use a lot of calculated fees, but what we did was we just stripped away all the non-numeric characters. That's what we did. Okay. But then, that also gives us another problem, because in some places you have the area code, country code. In some cases you did not have the country code right. That was again a problem. So then we had to come up with the length of this field, and then we had to do a lot of things like that. First of all, we got rid of all this. We made it like this. +8, 1, 2, 5. 8, 1, 2, all removed, all those special characters, whatever. And then we checked what was the length of it. So thankfully, we were dealing with only US and Canada employees. So the length of the phone number was always, fixed the same. So we were able to compare. Okay, does it have the country code? Does it not have the country code? And so on. And then we were able to somehow manage it. But I know not the most elegant solution, because if they go for some other country, which where the length is different, might be different. I'm pretty confident that the length overall, including the country code, if you have the total number of digits, it comes up to be the same in all the countries. It is 10 characters or something. Number 10 plus 2. I think it's 12 or something. Anyway, so but still not the most elegant solution, but still somehow it worked. But this was a nasty example that we saw where we had this kind of data in a text field. It was just a plain text field, and people could enter anything. Okay. So this was very nasty. So it was coming in from an Excel-based system. So the system that was sorting the data, it was just plain simple, Microsoft Excel. So people could enter in any format. So that was very nasty. But in Workday, when you enter the data, if it's a phone number field, it will store in a particular format. The moment you enter, you have the country code, you enter the area code, and then you enter the number. So it's always enough in a format, but still, we have these two formats. Like we have. I would say, still we see people with this format. People using hyphens versus people not using hyphens. Still we have this kind of info. So anyway, we have to deal with it. So Workday has now come up with the formatting. So format it for number and non-formatted phone number. This is a formatted phone number. Okay, where you have the brackets for the area code. And if it is a non-formatted phone number, it will be like this. Something like this. No,
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@uptalk.com.